Hello again, YouTubers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Board Game Captain.
And I'm Lynn.
And we've got a bit of news for you today. We got a press release from Gen Con, and they've done some updates. So there's some good news and there's some bad news, and we're going to go over all of it and break down what it means. Now, this is all in regard to changes that they are making, they say, due to the feedback that they got during the surveys. So we are also trying to keep that in mind, that they're trying to respond to the attendees, to the fans. But we're going to go over each of the changes one by one. So the first change is the
streaming of the badge registration process.
Which is
streamlining.
Streamlining. Which is their way of saying that they've done away with the early badge registration discount that there used to be. So, if you're not familiar, it used to be that when you registered during the pre-registration time period, which was basically just early registration, you got about a $30 discount on your 4-day badge. Were there other discounts on the single-day badges?
I don't know. We never bought a single-day
Yeah, we always
badge.
did the 4-day. So it was about $30, right?
Yeah, it was like $70 or $80
depending on the year.
For the badge, as best as I can remember.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, the prices have slowly been going up over the years. So it used to be around, the prices have gone up, and the price of the pre-registration cost had gone up as well along with it. So it was around 70 to 80 over the last few years. Yeah, last year was about 80. But now it's just going to be the full price, which is how much?
$110
for the 4-day pass.
Yes.
Okay, so this is basically the same price you were paying if you didn't do the pre-registration. So if you didn't do the pre-registration, that hasn't changed for you at all. However, if you did do the pre-registration like we did and used to get your discount price, this is now the steepest price hike we have seen for our tickets in the entire time we've been going to Gen Con from year to year. This is the single steepest price hike. So in my opinion, this is bad. This is not good news. I mean, again, if this isn't going to affect you if you didn't do pre-registration, but if you were one of those people that planned early every year and always did pre-registration, I mean, for the two of us, that's a $60 price hike total. So what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I mean, I understand why they're doing it.
Money.
But
money is why they're doing it?
Yeah. But I mean, for all the people that do have their stuff together and do plan and are able to plan, because I know there are some people that just aren't able to plan until the last minute.
Yeah.
Due to life circumstances.
No.
But it was a nice thing for the people who were.
But you know what? And here's what it comes down to for me. Now, I don't know what their financial situation is and how much money they make off Gen Con. That specifically, it seems like it's a lot of money. There's always a lot of people that go. They're always packed. But this obviously seems like a attempt to make more money off the people who are registering early. And I don't know how necessary it was for their business model, for how much money they were making, but it seems to me just like a cash grab.
Well, I wonder if in the feedback surveys there were people who didn't realize the price hike, and when they went to buy their badges after the deadline for the pre-registration, they were like, "Oh, what is this? Why is it so much money?" And they complained without even really knowing that the prices went up.
But then this is not a fix. The fix to that might have been, we're going to extend the pre-registration price discount, make it a bit longer. Not, we're going to do away with it. Now everybody gets charged. Even the people who signed up early get charged the full amount. I mean, there might be people because there have been people complaining for a long time that Gen Con is too expensive. And now, as much as I love Gen Con, and I obviously do, I do a lot of videos about it, and I really enjoy Gen Con, I hear them. Now, we're still going to go. This is not going to stop us from going to Gen Con, but there are other people that this might be the straw that breaks the camel's back for them. This might make it just too expensive that they can't go, especially like people with a large family. But there is some help for some of them, and we'll get to that in a minute. So now, what is the now? Let's transition that right into the good news that follows that up for people with lots of kids.
Well, there's the family fun day simplification.
No, I wanted to go right to the that one
Or I
there.
thought we were doing it in order.
Well, let's jump out of order
Okay.
for a second.
Kids age 10 and under are now free.
So now, the price hike is a bit of a problem, especially with people with large families. However, if a good portion of your family are 10-year-olds or less, guess what? They raised the age. It used to be 8 and less.
Yes.
And now it is 10 and less, gets in for free. And this is really great because, you know what, there's a fair number of events that kids can't really get into where they have minimum age requirements. And there's also the fact that if you go with kids, you're not going to be doing the real late nights because your kids are going to want to go back to the hotel and go to sleep. So this is a real help to people who come with their kids who really just want to go while the exhibit hall is open and hang out in the family fun pavilion and the training grounds and play lots of games over there. This makes it much more affordable for people with kids. So does it fully balance out the raising of the price? No, because those of us who don't have kids, this doesn't help us at
Or
all.
those people whose kids just turned 11.
Yeah, that doesn't help them at all. But for specific people with multiple kids, 10 and under, this does help them. And you know, even one kid who it was 9 or 10 years old in your family, this is going to help you. So this would be good news for you. Mm-hmm. So now they've changed how they do Sundays. There's no more.
We don't have kids, so we never paid much attention to the family fun day.
Plus, the family fun day thing was Sunday only, and we always do the 4 days.
I don't know anything about it, but apparently they did away with the family fun day, and now single Sunday badges are just going to be $15.
Which now, that being said, and I have to say, $15 is very affordable for one day. Now, granted, Sunday is like a half day because the exhibit hall closes early, at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
So the exhibit hall closes at 4 o'clock, but if you're not a big person who's into doing lots of events, and let's say you just want to go and do some demoing in the exhibit hall and some shopping in the exhibit hall, and you really only want to go for one day, Sunday is now really affordable. Mm-hmm. If you're just going for one day, Sunday at $15, you can go in and do some demoing and do a bunch of shopping and be out by 4, and that's the best deal to experience a single day at Gen Con. Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't really know anything about the previous package, so I mean, it sounds like a good deal to me.
If you wanted to do the one day,
if you just wanted to do the one day and I don't know.
I mean, the other days are longer, but it's the cheapest day. It's
Sunday
the cheapest one day for sure.
Is the day that I'm just kind of like tired and cranky and want to go home. So, like, I think of Sunday and I'm just like, I don't know.
We were pretty good this year because we didn't do as long nights this year. But we'll see how we're going to schedule for next year. And then
housing registration has changed. Well, housing registration is updated, not really changing. It's still going to be the same
for registering.
For registering, you buy a badge, you can register for housing. But now the room assignments cannot be transferred or traded.
Right. So what does this mean? If you buy, or I shouldn't say buy, if you rent a room through the housing portal.
Book a room.
Book a room. If you book a room through the housing portal, you have 2 options. You use that room or you cancel your registration. There were people who were scalping rooms. That was a thing. So this is a positive change in my mind. It's going to go a long way to stopping people from scalping rooms. You get a room, you use it, or you cancel it. And that's going to help a lot of people who are actually wanting to attend and actually want those rooms downtown to be able to get those rooms. Because there's a very limited supply of rooms compared to how many people want to come to Gen Con. Mm-hmm. And every year there's lots of complaining about, man, it's impossible to get a room in the housing portal. I mean, out of every year we've gone, we only got a room downtown once. Mm-hmm. And it's really hard. So I'm hoping this makes it easier to get a room downtown. Because, I mean, once those ones in the housing portal disappear, the greedy hotels have super jacked up prices for rooms that you get outside of the housing portal, which makes it very very prohibitively expensive. Yeah, I mean, there's still people who do it, obviously, because they all sell out. But it's to the point where we can't afford it with the jacked up prices. Obviously, there are some people who can. But yeah, so that's. Do you have anything else to add to that?
I'm just hoping it'll make it easier and less stressful. Probably won't be less stressful, but
for getting the rooms.
But yeah, I'm hoping it'll.
Easier would be good.
Easier
would be good. So, well, that's it. So there you have it. So those are all the big changes. So number 1, no more early discounts. Boo. Number 2, they raised the age for kids to get in for free up to 10. So that's a big plus for some people. Number 3, they did away with the family fun passes. So that might be a bummer to you if you really liked the family fun passes. But Sunday single day passes are only $15. And again, if your kids are 10 and under, they're getting in for free now. So that might actually work out for most families. Mm-hmm. And number 4, they've made some changes to how they're doing the housing portal to try to cut down on scalping of housing. So I mean, overall, I would say my biggest downer in this is definitely the no longer getting a discount for early registration. But overall, most of the other changes are actually pretty good, at least from our perspective. What are your thoughts on this? Are you overall positive or overall negative?
Yeah, I guess overall positive. I mean, to put it in terms that are more relatable, for us to go to Gen Con now with the badge price raise.
Okay.
It's basically we would have to buy one less board game. It's like $60 more.
Yeah. So it's that is something though. Yeah. Now that doesn't.
It takes one board game out of our budget.
And that does make a little tear come down the side of my face, but. Gen Con is a unique experience, and at least for us who can afford their $30 per person price increase for the early registration, we can still afford it, and we're still going to go. It's not going to change anything for us, but it'll be interesting to see if their numbers go down this year. If there's a lot of people who say, you know what, that's it. That's the straw that breaks the camel's back. I'm not going. And again, this is going to be, how worth it is it to you? You're going to have to weigh the prices because Gen Con is a unique spectacle. It is big. It is crazy in a good way. There's lots of stuff there, and for us, we still feel it's worthwhile. But sometimes I hear other people who don't like it as much as we do, who will say that they've been thinking about not going for years because they get more and more disappointed about the price increases as they go. Some of those people are going to look at this and say, you know what, forget it. That's it. This is too much. This is too much money. And they're just going to stick to the smaller conventions. And that's fine for them. And maybe if that happens, they'll bring back the early price discounts next year. We'll see. But yeah, so there you have it. What do you guys think? I want to know what you think on all of these changes. What do you think is good? What do you think is bad? What are your thoughts? Put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this bit of news and you'd like to get more news updates like this as we come into knowing them, be sure to give this video a like, share this video, and subscribe to the Board Game Kaptain. That's Kaptain spelled with a K on YouTube. And hit that little bell icon on my channel so you get alerts every time I upload a new video. And until next time, game on.